Well, two powerful earthquakes have hit near the Japanese city of Kumamoto a day after a quake in the same area killed at least 9 people. Now, these are the pictures we've just had in. These are the first pictures from the scene. There has been a tsunami warning. They are saying that a possible wave of 1 meter in height, and that is different to what we had yesterday in the quake there at Kumamoto. There was no tsunami warning. This is a stronger earthquake. It has, on various reports, magnitude of between 7.1 and 7.4. Yesterday's was 6.2. This is significantly stronger. But that is all we have at the moment regarding that earthquake. Kumamoto, around the same area to the quake 24 hours or so before, which claimed at least 9 lives. At this stage, we don't know what the situation is with casualties or any damage. No reports yet, but obviously this is a very early stage. We will bring you any developments as soon as we get them here on BBC World News.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Breaking news just coming into CNN. Yet another major earthquake hit Japan. This time a magnitude 7, a 7.0 in the southern part of the country. This is the same region where a 6.2 magnitude earthquake hit late Thursday, that according to the U.S. Geological Survey. A tsunami advisory has just been issued for parts of Japan. Very disturbing developments coming in. We're going to get some more information, update you. In fact, Karen McGinnis is standing by. Karen, what else do we know about this magnitude 7.0 earthquake that has just hit Japan?
What we understand, Wolf, is that yesterday, the earthquakes that we saw then that were also fatality earthquake related, now we're looking at this is probably the prime earthquake. That's my description. The others were foreshocks, meaning they were leading up to this 7.0 magnitude earthquake. It has been revised, but what makes this especially dangerous is that this is only 10 kilometers deep. That's about 6 miles deep. This is in a heavily or densely populated area. The closest largest city is Nagasaki, and this is in Kumamoto, but they are saying they also felt this as far away as Tokyo. Now, Tokyo is more towards the north, densely populated area at just 10 kilometers deep. Heavily populated area, and we're looking at the potential for catastrophic infrastructure damage. There you can see the video beside us as to what happened. There is a tsunami warning that has been issued. Very dramatic pictures that we're taking a look at coming out of southern Japan.
So, Karen, just to be precise, the other day, on Thursday, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck Japan. This is a 7.0. This is not an aftershock, as they call it. That was a preliminary. What was the phrase you used as far as the earlier 6.2?
Well, they're referred to as foreshocks, something that is leading up to the primary earthquake, 7.0. Just about 30 minutes ago, we were saying 7.1. USGS said 7.1 magnitude. But I think we need to focus less on what the magnitude of this is. Certainly that is critical. But the fact that this is so shallow, I was speaking with CNN International, and they were interested in a description of what a shallow earthquake means. And it would be like if you were sitting on a bed and someone is shaking the top of the bed, you would definitely feel that more significantly than if someone were underneath the bed shaking it. So the deeper you go, if you had a more substantial earthquake, you definitely would feel the impact of that. But this is also a very densely populated area and highly developed, and we're looking at the potential for just devastating damage to infrastructure across this region. 10 kilometers deep, 6 miles deep, the equivalent. And that is essentially considered a shallow earthquake. You see lots of South American earthquakes, a very notorious area where they have significant earthquakes. A lot of those are 30 kilometers deep or about 18 or 19 miles deep or maybe 40 kilometers deep. That's very substantial. So the fact that we've got this substantial earthquake, a major earthquake at 7.0, at 10 kilometers deep. And there you can see some of the damage already, some of the pictures that we're getting associated with this earthquake that happened within the last hour to hour and a half, Wolf. This is significant. And as I mentioned, there have been about, I think I counted about 18 foreshocks. And yesterday, one of those foreshocks was deadly. Back to you.
How do we know that the 7.0 also is not a foreshock and more could potentially be expected?
That is a good question. I would guess that yesterday we perceived that the earthquake that turned out to be damaging there as well as fatal, we probably perceived that that was the primary earthquake. We will see probably additional aftershocks from this, and some of them could be equal to that earthquake. I suspect that we'll see some that come very close, but you're right, at this point it's hard to tell, but just from historically speaking, that's what this particular earthquake looks like, this 7.0. And as I mentioned, the USGS has revised that at least one time. Now they're measuring it at 7.0.
Karen, stand by. We're going to stay on top of the breaking news. Another major earthquake has struck Japan, 7.0. That's coming up. We'll stay on top of the breaking news. We'll also get back to the race for the White House. Much more right after this.